Hello, this is Anurag from ORB Academy. So today I've come with a new indicator which we have developed, and this is the PSAR multi-time frame screener. Recently we had published the multi-time frame indicator on TradingView, and many of you must be using and benefiting from it. This indicator is an advanced version of the same indicator with the added screener here. So this indicator also plots the PSAR for the two time frames, and at the same time also screens certain stocks to give us the possibility where the breakouts are happening. It is also a kind of a trade signal indicator where it will indicate when to buy and when to sell, when to buy and when to exit, when to sell and when to exit. So it's a very versatile indicator, and I feel this indicator will benefit you in taking trading decisions, as it will plot various signals based on certain conditions getting fulfilled. So I will guide you through the various features of this indicator and the way we can customize this indicator to make it useful for you. So on the screen here you see that there are two types of lines which are plotted. The first is the line with the small circles, and then you have got a line with the larger circles. The thinner circle lines are the lower time frame PSAR, and the thicker circle lines, they are the higher time frame PSARs. Now this indicator, as I mentioned, is also a screener. So this is what you see on the screen right now is the complete indicator with most of the features enabled. So here if you see, it is already plotting the PSAR for the lower time frame and the higher time frame, and additionally it is also giving us certain signals. If you see, there are certain buys and sell signals here, and when you point on this buy or sell signal, you also get the price where you should be entering. So for example, when I see a buy here, I see 17613.3 here. This indicates that this buy will qualify if the closing price is above 17613.3. So as you see that this trade is not executed here, then we get certain sell signals. We get a sell signal here which is at 17556.3. It is followed by another sell signal here, possibly because both the time frames change the position direction here, and then even this particular signal did not actually materialize because it did not fall below 17562.6. Then again we get a buy signal here. This buy signal came at around 17612.85. This also did not materialize, and then we got a sell signal here which actually came at 17565.85. This too did not materialize. Then we had another buy signal here which came at 17606.45, which got triggered at this particular bar. So if you see a triangle here, this indicates that this particular trade has got triggered here. And this particular line which you see here, this line is the place where you need to enter. If the closing is above this particular line, which is actually the line for 17606.45, it signals the trade. So this trade actually got executed here, and then it went all the way up, and we got an exit which got signaled here at 17675.35, which of course has not triggered here. So the exit also has not triggered here. So as you have noticed here that the buy and sell signals keep coming, but then this particular signal here, the green arrow here, will only trigger when the trade has actually happened. And once the trade has happened, you will actually get a trigger for the exit also. Since there was no trade which happened here, there were no exit signals here. So this is the beauty of this indicator. This indicator works on all time frames. It has got various other features which I'll show you, and once I complete that, I'll go into the screener part of the indicator. So if I double click here, this indicator settings opens up, and as you see here that we've got various options. First is the plotting option here, which shows the setting for the PSAR, and the default settings are given here. Of course, you can customize this as per your requirement. Then we have a feature where we are also marking the strength candle, the momentum candles. As you see, the momentum candles are here marked, and the green star and the red star here. These can be marked or unmarked using this particular option here, which is the mark MC option here. Then of course you can choose the PSAR bool color and the back color. The bool color and back color means this particular indicator, the color of this particular circle, the levels will change based on these colors. Now there's another option here which says plot all time frame PSAR levels. So here, if since it is ticked by default, what actually happens is that you see various levels here. There's a M1 level here, there's a 5-minute chart here, there's a 15-minute chart here. So these are the 3 levels which are shown here on multi-time frame. That means in this particular chart, which is a 1-minute chart, you're able to see the 5-minute PSAR also, you're also able to see the 15-minute PSAR. Of course, you'll see all the PSARs here, but the higher time frame PSARs are not seen here because it's beyond the price range here. So this is how you get on this particular screen, you get various PSAR level marked, and of course the green and the red denotes where that particular time frame the PSAR is below or above the close. So this is a very, very useful feature. And then of course you can define the 2 time frames that you want this to work. So right now by default it is selected as 30-60. So you can actually change it to 1 minute, 15 minutes. You can change it to 1 minute, 5 minutes. It's totally, you can configure it as per your requirement. Then there is another option called the auto selection of HTF and LTF based on chart time frames. So here what I've done is I've actually enabled this right now. So this particular chart setting which you're seeing is it's actually automatically selected on the chart which you've selected, the time frame which you've selected. Now since 1 minute is selected here, automatically the indicator will plot the combination of 1 and 5 here and then give you the various signals. And in case if you're not comfortable and you don't know what levels to actually choose, you can leave this in auto selection mode, and automatically based on the time frame which is selected on the chart here, it will show you the various signals. Now for example, if it's on auto selection here and I change this particular time frame to say 5 minutes, then the chart will automatically start calculating on the basis of 5 minutes and 15 minutes. So it's actually taking the lower time frame as 5 minutes and the higher time frame as 15 minutes and then giving the signals based on that. So this is a very, very beautiful and versatile feature of this particular indicator. So now we'll move on to the screener part of this indicator. The second part of the indicator is the screener here. Now what is the screener? This screener will actually take a list of 14 stocks. You can choose a list of 14 stocks and then it will be screening those stocks every candle to tell you whether a breakout has happened, a PSAR breakout is happening there on the basis of the PSAR calculations. So this becomes very handy here because I've got this particular chart which is open on the screen, but I don't know what is happening with my other symbols. So I can define the symbols here and automatically whenever a breakout happens, it will show me on the screen also. For example, this particular label here, it is showing me the last signal which was generated. It was generated at 15:20 and that is 3 hours 20 minutes, and it was a signal for Adani Ports buy at 791.15. So see, actually I'm on the chart of Nifty here, but this particular screener also gives me the possibility of scanning other charts while being on the same chart here. So this is a very, very beautiful and handy feature. Another beautiful feature of this screener is that it will also show you the past labels. Suppose I wanted to see, now you see these yellow triangles here which are there below every bar. These are the triangles which will show you what has happened in that particular. If suppose a breakout is happening, if a PSAR signal is getting generated in any of these candles, it will automatically light. And I take my cursor to the yellow candle, it will tell me what exactly happened here. So on this particular candle here, there was a breakout which happened for HDFC Bank and for NFI at these particular rates. So I can see the history of various breakouts which have happened. As for example, here we already have a buy for Nifty, so this particular thing will also show the buy for Nifty here. Now another beautiful feature of this screener is that this is also a screener where you can define your various time frames. You can also use this on auto selection mode. So if it is left on auto selection mode, automatically the screener will work on auto selection and it will select the best time frame for you to give you signals. So now we will see the working of this indicator using the replay option. It will work exactly the way it should be working on the live markets. So I will initiate the replay action here and we will choose this particular bar to start with. and the indicator will start working as if the new bars are getting formed now. So we initiated the replay option, and as you see, now the bars have started getting formed, and with every closed bar it shows me the updated screener here. There's a buy which has got generated here at 7611 levels, and this buy is still not executed here because it has not closed above 611 yet. So we are waiting for this buy to get executed, and simultaneously the screener is working on the background and giving you the various other possibilities of breakouts of various stocks. Buy is still not executed. There's another buy which is got generated here, and this buy is generated at 648 levels, and boom, it goes. So you see the 648 level is crossed here. It's still not closed. The moment it closed, you get a green triangle here. That means this particular buy is already triggered, and then it's just one way up. So this is how this indicator works in the live market. So this indicator is very useful for people who want to trade using a very simple strategy, which is a PSAR strategy, and it is a strategy which actually does very well in trending markets. The benefit of using our multi-time frame PSAR is that in case of sideward market, it will keep you out. But definitely this indicator is a wonderful indicator for a trending market, and it will help you a lot in minting and making a lot of money. Now, due to the limitations of TradingView, we are able to define only 14 symbols here. So there is a workaround for this. What you can actually do is you can define these 14 symbols here, and you can enable this indicator. Then you can actually create an alert for this indicator. So if I go to the alert option here, and I select this alert option here, save this alert with the name say alert PSAR set 1. Okay, and I can create this particular alert. Now what happens is this alert actually has got generated, and this alert has actually got created now for you. Now what you could do is you could actually again go back to this particular list, and you can change this particular stocks again, add another 14 stocks to this, then again go and create another alert for those 14 stocks. So now you'll be getting the alerts for the first 14 stocks as well as the second 14 stocks. So this way you can accommodate number of stocks you want. This is one way of handling this particular limitation. So I hope you enjoy this indicator, and this indicator helps you in your trading. If you have any questions, if you want to know more about the price of this indicator, or if you want to suggest certain feature additions to this indicator, please write to me on TradingView. You can write to me through Telegram, or you can also write to me through Twitter. All the best. Enjoy.